Hello, Mark Duty here again, and oh boy, is Amazon deleting comments? Are they deleting their reviews? It seems to be the case, folks. Now, there's tons of evidence out there on the world of the Tinternet that Amazon are going across deleting one-star reviews to bump their numbers up. The actual star rating on Amazon Prime on both UK, US and worldwide are now going up. People are getting there because you have to get your reviews approved by Amazon. And what is happening? Well, it turns out that people that are getting their reviews actually approved are then clicking on the link to go and view such review, and oops, page cannot be found. Curious, isn't it? And again, we got more articles coming out calling everybody a racist. When, you know, we know the problem, folks. It ain't the people reviewing it. It's the content that they're producing. And oh boy, deleting your comments. Deleting the bad reviews. Some people may love it, and if you love it, fair enough, you're entitled to your opinion. But when Amazon, Rings of Prime are deleting people's comments to bump up their numbers, that is pure disgrace. But let's be honest, I haven't done my Rings of Power episode reviews yet because I'm just, I ain't got the energy to do it. That's how bad it is. Now, people are defending it. Fair enough. You have your right to your own opinion. But it is garbage. And it's not the fact that people have been changed in colour. Even though that's a form of racism. Getting rid of the white people and putting in coloured people. That is racist, don't you think? But, again, it is what it is. We live in, every IP at the moment is being changed, and basically you have to tick as many boxes as you can. You've got to have so many homosexuals, you've got to have so many non-binary, and so many people of colour, and so on and so forth. Box ticking. But that isn't the problem with Rings of Power, though, is it? The problem with Rings of Power is that it's garbage. It's written by a child. Hell, a child can write bloody better. And let's be honest, nobody likes Galadriel. But, back to the disgracefulness of Amazon. You know what I mean? I bet Jeff Bezos is absolutely livid about what's been produced. All that money spent, and for what? Where did the money go? It didn't go into the writing. It didn't go into the action scenes, because there ain't none. And you can't tell me all went into... I mean, the sets are beautiful, don't get me wrong. They are very beautiful. I mean, it's like having a gold ring in a turd. The gold ring may look beautiful, but it's still on a turd. I mean, honestly, deleting reviews to bump your numbers up, saying it's number one. It's not number one. Do you know how I know? Because, Samba TV, look at them. Look at how, the viewership is going down with Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. People are switching off. They don't want to watch it because it's crap. You've got characters that nobody likes. You've got terrible writing. And guess what? House of the Dragon. Race swap characters. Viewership's going up. Where the racist there? There ain't none. Why? Because it's written beautifully. And that's the problem. People are moaning about how it is written. Not because people have been changed skin colours. That's not the problem. If you make garbage, it will be garbage. You get woke, you go broke. It's that simple. And nowadays, most of Hollywood, what they do with all the old IPs, what they do is they make prequels or reboots or whatever, and it goes woke, and it's crap. and that's the problem. House of the Dragon is a breath of fresh air. I'm excited to see it every week. I don't care about the race swap characters. It may become an issue with the storyline later on, but again, it depends how they handle that. But the story is good. I'm engaged. The writing is brilliant. I have to pay attention to what happens next. Lord of the Rings hasn't progressed from the first episode to the current episode. The only thing that's progressed is that they've figured out that the sign is the Southlands. What, it's Mordor, or Mordor. You know what I mean? The R on everything. Why? It sounds stupid, and you don't even be consistent with it. This is the problem again, the writing. You know, Galadriel is awful. And you just, why? I don't know how you can make such a crap IP as large as it is. How have you destroyed it? How? Who signed off on this? How did you... I mean, didn't Jeff Bezos actually watch it? And didn't he think to himself, yeah, this is garbage? But then again, he spent all this money. Would you spend more? You've already spent $1 billion on it. Do you spend more to try and make it better? Well, you should have. Hal, you need to spend another $1 billion to fix it. And let's be honest. I mean, look at it. I mean, deleting reviews in order to bump your numbers up to make it look better. But it's still hitting your bank balance, even if you take all the bad reviews out. Even if you delete every 1-star. Even if you delete every 2-star and 3-star and make it look better. It's still not going to get anywhere. Because it's crap. You're not making your money back. And we've got, 5 seasons of this. What are you going to do for season 2? There's only one fix for season 2, and that's to make it good. How do you make it good? By redoing season 1, preferably. I mean, the Harfoots are totally dislikable. The Orcs are brilliant. The Orcs even respect their own dead. The Harfoots don't. And we're supposed to like the Harfoots. The Orcs have more respect for their dead. Which is kind of weird, because if you follow the trilogy, you know what they do with their dead. You know what I mean? Meat back on the menu, boys. That's what they do with their dead. They eat them. You know what I mean? Well, I don't actually know, to be honest, what they would do in a larger kind of society. But again, there was female orcs in the original trilogy, in The Hobbit, But again, we've got to make everything woke. That's why you're going broke. I mean, honestly, deleting reviews. It doesn't matter what you do at this point. Season 1 is a flop. It doesn't matter how you sugarcoat it. It's a flop. It's a disaster. It will not go anywhere. But deleting reviews shows the epitome of your failure. Especially when you've been caught out doing it. What are you going to say now? The racists delete the comment? We deleted racist comments or something? What are you going to do? How are you going to frame this? Because, I don't delete any of my comments. Not that I get many comments, but still, I don't delete them no matter how weird they are. I get some weird comments now and again, but I'll leave it on there. Everyone's got the right to say what they want to say. Whether I like it or not, you can say whatever you want. Because I ain't silencing anybody. I'm not deleting your reviews. Hell, Amazon should be learning from this. They should be thinking, what should we do now for season 2? Heads will be rolling there in Amazon. Heads should be absolutely chopped off and chopped again because of this disaster. $1 billion thrown into this. You're deleting reviews, you're calling all your customers racist for not liking it when you've writ it like a complete garbage. There's no consistency with even the when they speak. With sometimes it's the names, sometimes it's the places, sometimes they don't do it at all. Have consistency. The Orcs don't have consistency with the sunlight. Sometimes they can walk in the sun, sometimes they can't. It's weird. Right? But Amazon are really showing their true colours now. They really are. you know, deleting reviews, honestly. I mean, especially now that they've been caught out, massively been caught out. So what are you going to do, Amazon? Whose fault is it this time? Is it your customers' fault? You know what I mean? $1 billion. Whew. And that's a big chunk of wedge of money there, isn't it? $1 billion and you wrote garbage. Ooh, I'd love to be the fly on the wall in Jeff Bezos' home right now to see what he's saying about it. I'd love to know. But he can't. I mean, he has to swallow his pride with this one. He's going to have to. He's going to have to take a right big gulp of the whole, let's say, phallic that is Lord of the Rings. Because he's going to have to swallow that thing whole. You know what I mean? The only way you can even do this is by either remaking season 1. It's going to cost a huge chunk of money. Or season 2, you're going to have massive recasts and kill-offs. Let's be honest. You're going to have to kill some characters off. You know what I mean? Well, I'm glad certain characters get killed off. I know which ones are going to get killed off, which I'm pretty happy about. Not because of their skin colour, but simply because he can't act. You know what I mean? You may as well stick to pantomimes, that's all I'm saying. But anyway, Jesus. I'm just more curious of where this is gonna go. You know what I mean? This ain't Lord of the Rings anymore. This is just Rings of Power. Rings of no power. Amazon seems to have all the power in the world to delete all this, but you ain't going nowhere, pal. It ain't gonna happen for you. You ain't gonna have a massive blockbuster hit. House of the Dragon do. Game of Thrones. I mean, look at Game of Thrones. The disaster of the last couple of seasons. It went extremely worse. As soon as they stopped following the books, it got worse. That's why R.R. Martin ain't wrote any of the books. You know what I mean? He ain't wrote them since, because obviously that must have how he planned it to end, or have some inkling, because he advised them. But still, look at House of the Dragon. I'm first to admit that I thought it was going to be garbage, especially from the trailer. I thought it was going to be woke, but they made an absolute, well, I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, but it is good content. And the reviews on that are good. The viewership is going up. It's going up because people want to see it. Because, you know, it's after season 8, I didn't really want to watch any more Game of Thrones. I thought House of the Dragon, the damage is done, but they made it into something great. And Amazon have done totally the opposite. They've taken an absolutely brilliant franchise, a great IP, and you shoved it down the toilet. It's one of them turds you just can't flush, and that's what seems to be Rings of Power is. And believe me, he's just flushed all his $1 billion down the toilet, because where you going to go from here now, pal? Oof. He's going to have to do some drastic changes. I mean, you know, look at all the executive producers, 25 executive producers. And not one of them thought, maybe we should change this. Maybe this isn't good enough. Yeah, it's not good enough. Sorry, but it is garbage. But let's see where this goes, because I'm excited to watch this season. Not because it's good, not because it's so bad. I want to see how bad it can get. You know what I mean? It bores me watching it, because it is boring. Nothing happens. You know what I mean? So I think something happens in one of the episodes where it's going to be like a big battle. But again, you know, after $1 billion, you know what I mean? Where's the money gone? It ain't gone on costume sets. It ain't gone on the CGI. It ain't gone on the actual sets itself. So where's the money gone? I bet it's been, you know, it's gone into their pockets. It's gone into employees' pockets, and you should fire them, get rid of them. You shouldn't have, you know, messed with Tom Shipley. You should have kept him in. Peter Jackson, ooh, you should have let him read them scripts. At least then, if he'd have looked at them, he could have helped you. But what did you do, Amazon? You said, nah, it'll be fine. We'll just do what we want. Doesn't matter about Peter Jackson. Don't care about Tom Shipley. We're just going to do our own thing. We're going to make our own Game of Thrones. You've got Lord of the Rings IP, and you said we want to make our own Game of Thrones. What? Why? You've got Lord of the Rings, a huge IP. Game of Thrones died a death, but now the corpse of it is resurrected. And look how brilliant they're doing. But anyway, I just wanted to say that about Amazon. Oof, oof. Deleting reviews. Naughty, naughty. And there's plenty of evidence out there. We've got the evidence of them deleting reviews, but we've got no evidence of the racist comments. Show us the proof. Proof is in the pudding. Where's the proof of all these racists? Where's the proof? We want to see it. So if you're doubling down on your own garbage, let's see the proof. Because we have the proof that you've been messing with all the reviews, trying to make it better than what it is. So come on, Amazon. If you're going to go balls deep, go balls deep. Don't just stop here. We want to see it. Bring in the proof. We want to see them proof. At least Disney did with Moses Ingram. I remember the name this time. But anyway, you know, it was only like 3 tweets, which was not quite, you know, as expected. But anyway, show us the proof. We've got the proof that you're fiddling your numbers. We've got the proof that you wrote garbage, because we can just see it and view it. That's how we know. Oh, Amazon. Naughty, naughty. Anyway, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. You know the deal. Anyway, ta-da.